Hi, I'm Niall from GulfStream Boat Sales. Today I want to show you around this 2008 Sasanka Courier 970. This boat is just around about 33 feet long and it's about 10 feet wide. It's fitted with a single Yanmar 54 horsepower diesel shaft drive engine, and it's a beautiful cruising boat that is equally at home on the inland waterways or around the coast. This one has about 675 hours on the clock. It has been professionally prepared for sale. It's been through our workshop and had all little niggly jobs taken care of. It's been validated and detailed, and it's being sold with a full 3 months warranty. The boat is in beautiful condition and it has a fantastic spec level as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a walk around the boat. We're going to take a very detailed look at it, show you exactly the condition that the boat's in, show you all the features and the equipment on board, and just give you a better idea of whether this might be the right boat for you or not. This boat is currently being stored indoors at our facility here. Unfortunately, the boat's too high to fit in our normal showroom where we usually do the videos indoors, so we've had to do it outside here. But it gives us a really good opportunity to have a look around the boat. One of the benefits of being able to store these indoors is that we can get them super clean and they stay that way. You know, it's inside, it's out of the elements. And we've compounded and polished this hull to bring it back up to a lovely shine. So both above and below the deck rail here, the gel coat is in fabulous condition. There's a mirror finish to it. We've recently just refreshed the anti-fouling paint here as well, so we've got a white boot stripe and the red bottom. You'll see here this boat is also fitted with a bow thruster, which means it's really easy to handle in and around the marina. If you're taking it in through locks and things, you can control the boat really easily. But walking down along the side, you can see beautiful shine in the gel coat. We've got this teak rub rail, runs all the way around the boat. It's in very good condition as well. The gel coat above the rail is excellent. All the deck fittings and the rails and everything are in good condition. It's all stainless steel hardware throughout the boat, so the rails, the cleats, all the skin fittings and things, everything's in lovely condition. So taking a look down along the starboard side of the boat, again, there's a beautiful shine to the gel coat. The rub rail, teak rails in perfect condition, as are the rails around the bow and everything up top. If you want to take a look at the hull as well, just below the waterline, you'll notice we've got this, it's a round bilge hull design with a full length keel. It's a very pronounced keel. It's probably about a foot deep or so, and what that does, it gives the boat excellent tracking stability through the water. It's also got a low centre of gravity, this boat, so it stays planted in the water, which means that it is, you know, very comfortable to use around the coast. It, you know, it just plods through the water. The keel means it tracks in a straight line. It also makes it easy to handle whenever you're coming in alongside the berth of the boat and things. Then we've got a big rudder at the back, and the props well protected as well, so even if you're using the boat in shallow waters or anything, you know, you don't really run the risk of you're not going to damage the prop in a grounding or anything. So it's very sturdy design. But coming down along the side, you can see the shine in the gel coat here. There's couple of tiny little marks here where it's, you know, something's just contacted the gel and left a little indentation, but I mean, these are tiny. You would never notice that in a casual walk down along the boat in the marina. And that's really the full extent of any of the defects on the exterior of the boat that I have to show you. Apart from that, everything's perfect. All the skin fittings are all in good shape. Like I said, cleats and everything are in good condition. And coming right the way to the stern here, it's a beautiful finish and a very striking looking boat. Taking a look at the stern of the boat, you can see we've got this moulded in swim platform that's molded in extension to the hull. It sits just at the waterline. It's laid in teak, real teak. We've got a couple of cleats in here, fair leads, and it's a great thing to have if you like to swim off the back of the boat, you know, spend days at anchor and stuff like that. Having this here is a great addition. We've got this 4-step stainless steel bathing ladder, so you can get in and out of the water with ease. And then whenever you're on the swim platform looking to climb in over the transom of the boat, you just fold this up and it doubles up as your access ladder to get into the cockpit as well. You can see we've also got an auxiliary outboard bracket here on the swim platform, so if you do want to carry a backup engine, you can install it here, and you know, you can use that as you know, a safety backup feature. Again, the condition of everything around here is perfect. See, we've got our engine exhaust outlet here. We've got the little exhaust outlet for the diesel heater that's on board there as well. All the fixture and fittings are all in really good shape. The rub rail that runs around the swim platform, this teak rail as well, beautiful finish and in really good condition. This boat is one of those boats that it's a bit of its appearance tends to divide opinion. I personally think it looks really striking. I think it's a lovely looking boat, especially when we've got the covers down. There's a full set of camper covers you can wrap around there, but whenever you can get some good weather, get the covers off and stuff, it's a beautiful looking boat. And then the burgundy is a very rich gel coat colour, I think, and it really complements the teak decks and teak rails and things very well. But I mean, you'll make your own mind up if you're watching the video. Chances are you like the look of it, but I sometimes think it's better to divide opinion than have something that's, you know, bland and middle of the road. This boat has a nice sociable cockpit layout here, with wraparound seating extending right the way around the stern of the cockpit. There is a little filler cushion that goes in here, which I'll show you in just a moment. So you can fill that in, and it gives you a full wraparound bench the whole way across the back of the boat. With the filler cushion removed, then you've got easy access in over the transom from the swim platform, and you can also access the boat on both the port and starboard side through these openings, these guardrail openings here, giving you access onto the side deck. So if you're tied up alongside in the marina or alongside a harbour wall or something, you're going to want to probably access the boat from the side decks there. So the condition of everything in here, again, being a 2008 boat, it's in super condition. The upholstery is virtually unmarked. It's beautifully finished. We've got this nice little piping on the edges, which are colour coded to match the exterior gel coat colour. Again, the upholstery and the helm seats all colour coded to match the exterior. We've got stainless steel rails supporting this hardtop enclosure. So we've got this full fiberglass hardtop roof inlaid with these little downlighters, so you get full illumination up here after dark. And this gives great protection from the elements or from the sun. So the boat also benefits from a full set of camper covers, so you can fully enclose this with a set of canvas enclosures which pop onto the top of the hardtop and just go down onto the deck level. So it means that if you're out on a rainy day, you can helm the boat from up here, complete comfort, and you can sit and have drinks and a meal and stuff without getting bothered by the rain. So that's all included, and you can check out pictures of those covers at the bottom of the page. So if you go scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll check out a bunch of pictures of the boat, and there's photographs with the covers up so you can see what they look like in position. But it's a really well finished boat. It's got a lovely sort of it feels almost like a yacht whenever you're on board. This would make an ideal boat for somebody who's maybe moving away from yachting. You know, if it's getting to be a point where you don't have the time for it, or whether it's too much of a chore to go and put the sails up and go out for hours at a time on a sailing boat, then you can move to something like this. Gives you lots of the feel of a yacht and the sea-keeping ability, but without the hassle. So it's things like the floor being laid in real teak, which is all beautifully finished and in great condition, just really gives this a nice sort of classic boaty feel. With the filler cushion in place here, you can see that the bench extends the whole way around the aft end of the cockpit, and there's easily room for 5 adults here. The helm seat will rotate as well, so somebody can sit here, so everybody can sit facing each other. You can move the table from downstairs up here as well, and it's a nice big table. So if you're sitting having a meal on board, you got a decent sized table and plenty of room to move around. Or even if you're sitting having drinks or something after dark, and you've got the overhead lights as well. So it's a really nice cockpit, and it's a great place to spend time. One other quick thing I want to show you as well is the storage boxes that we have underneath both seats. So these clip in, stainless steel clips here. You can slide them out, and they're great big storage boxes. You can keep things like your flares, safety equipment, throwing lines, first aid kits, stuff like that, readily accessible on the cockpit here. There's a great helm position in this boat. We've got a nice supportive helm seat, which is fully adjustable for height and fore and aft and things, so you can get a comfortable seating position. We've also got a couple of stainless steel footrests, so you can it's a comfortable position. The helm wheel is beautiful. This polished sort of mahogany or hardwood wheel with the stainless steel spindles and centre on it. It's a nice traditional boaty feel. And then in terms of the instrumentation and the equipment, we've got our Yanmar panel for the engine. So it's a 54 horsepower shaft drive engine. It's got 676 hours on the clock at the moment. We've got a temperature gauge, an oil pressure gauge and a tacho, and everything's working perfectly there. We've also got our fuel gauge. We've got controls then for our anchor windlass. So there's an electric windlass in this boat with switches. You can control it from either the switch at the helm here, or there's foot switches up on the deck. We've also got a side power bow thruster, which we pointed out outside. So you control that from this panel here at the helm. So that makes berthing the boat really easy. You know, you can control the nose really well with that bow thruster, and it's particularly with the long keel as well. This boat's not subject to a lot of windage, like a lot of these planing motorboats or these shallower hull designs. They can be very susceptible to crosswinds, but not this one, because it's got a big pronounced keel running up the full length of the boat. It's very stable in the water, and with the combination with the prop at the back and the bow thruster at the front, it's really easy to control it. Boat's fitted with a Navman VHF 7110 radio as well. It's in perfect working order. We've got our 12 volt switch panel here for navigation lights, windscreen wipers, horn, stuff like that. And then we've also got a little panel for controlling the remote searchlight, which is mounted on the top of the hardtop. So we've got a remote control searchlight. So if you're coming into an unfamiliar harbour after dark, you've got the searchlight to sort of feel your way in there. The gear shift and throttle and gear shift lever here falls easily to hand on my right hand side as well. And whenever I'm sitting from a sitting position behind the helm, I've got really good visibility out through the forward windscreen. It's cleared by a couple of big wipers there, and I've also got great visibility all the way around the boat. Even with the camper covers up, they've got clear panels up to from sort of thigh shoulder height up. So you've got, even with the covers in position, you've got great visibility all the way around the boat. So it's a very comfortable boat to helm, and even on longer passages, whether you're going through the inland waterways, down canals and things, or even if you're at sea on a longer passage, it's a very comfortable boat to helm, and it's stable underway as well. What we've done before we brought the boat into our yard to sort of prepare it for sail is we sea trialed it in the locks in Fermanagh here in Northern Ireland. So we've got some footage that we shot on that day of the boat running through the water, and so you can see how it performs. You can sort of see the speed. It runs it pretty comfortable at around about sort of 8 to 10 knots, and anything up to that. So you can check out the footage we've shot in Fermanagh in the lakes on the water and see how this boat performs underway as well. This boat has nice wide side decks on both the port and starboard side. They're the same width on both sides, and the access onto them is great. We've got one little step up here, and then they're decent width. We've got high guardrails here coming. They start here and they go right the way around the bow of the boat, and we've also got a handrail here on the superstructure as well. So you get really safe access forward. Again, everything. We've got this little teak coaming on top of the gunnel. The side deck floors themselves are laid in teak too, so it all looks the part. Really well finished. Condition of everything's perfect. All the rails are really solid. All the handrails and things are in great condition. But we'll go forward here and have a look at the foredeck now. This boat has a huge foredeck, and it's a great place to spend time in better weather. There's loads of room up here. I mean, the boat is just under 10 feet wide, and even taking the side decks into account, we've probably got a good 6 or 7 feet of width here. Again, it's really flat as well, so you can sit up here with a couple of deck chairs. You can set a little table up here, have a few drinks and stuff like that, or you can throw down, towels and use it as a sun pad. But it's well protected with these high guardrails going all the way around the bow. Even if you've got kids or anything up here, you can be confident that they're going to be safe on board. You've got these handrails as well at lower level, and as I said, it's all teak blade. The teak's in great condition, gives the boat that beautiful look and feel as well, in combination with all the stainless steel rails and hardware. A couple of other things to point out here are the deck hatch. So this doubles up as an emergency escape hatch. It's good size, and it's centrally located in the cabin downstairs. And then we've got a very practical setup at the front for mooring the boat. So you can see here we've got our anchor windlass with the foot switches here, so you can control the windlass either from the switches up here or from the control switch on the dash. The anchor launches from its a dedicated roller at the front. We've got this little prow that points out there, so you can access that really easily, and you can remove this chain to get in and out and keep an eye on the anchor whenever you're dropping it. We've also got access then into our anchor locker, which is huge. So we've got a huge big locker here. It'll accommodate the chain and rope, and you've also got space behind it for the gas bottle goes in here. There's dedicated spots for the gas to go into, so that's supplying the cooker downstairs. And then you've also got a big chunk of space for getting fenders in out off the deck, or throwing ropes in out of the way and stuff like that. So that's really really good. And again, condition wise, everything up here, all the little the catches and the handles and clips are all in really good working order. This boat has a little integrated chart area here just in front of the helm, so you can keep your paper charts in there if you're navigating by chart. There's lots of room for installing additional electronics if you choose to do that as well. We've got a nice little recessed cubby hole here on the left hand side of the access door, and then we've got this sliding acrylic perspex door giving access down into the cabin. So we've got 3 steps down in here. We'll go downstairs now and take a good look around the cabin. Coming down into the cabin of this boat, the first thing that strikes you is how bright and airy it feels. So we've got lots of windows wrapping around this main saloon area here, which allow lots of natural light. We've also got a little opening, a port light there, so you can get a bit of extra ventilation in combination with the cabin door being open. The joinery is a nice light oak, so it brightens up the whole space down here. And we've got this beige upholstery as well. So taken all together, we've also got this solid wood floor with a little white caulk lines through it too. So taking everything together, it gives it a nice rich look, but it's bright and airy, and it's a pleasant place to spend some time in. In terms of the layout, we've got these facing benches here on the port and starboard side, with lots of storage behind them, so you can sit around this big table, the folding leaf, so you can get access down whenever you're not using it, but whenever you want to sit and have a meal or something, you can set that up, and you've got really good space to have a meal, or sit and have a conversation with up to 6 adults, no problem down here. We've got a galley on the port side as well. There's an aft cabin, which we'll take a look at in just a moment, and behind the galley. We've got a separate forward cabin as well, which you can see up there through the sliding door. Again, we'll take a close look at that in a minute. And then we've got our heads compartment on the starboard side as you come down into the cabin. So although this is a 32-foot boat, which is compact in size, squeezes in lots of accommodation. There's dedicated berths in 2 cabins for 4 people, and you can also pull out these benches on either side of the saloon to make up an additional 4 berths. So in theory you could sleep 8 people in this boat, but it's really comfortable for 2 couples or 4 people on board in those 2 private cabins. So it's crams a lot of space in a compact size. So the Galley is a good size. We've got a recessed stainless steel sink with hot and cold running water there. We've got a gas hob here as well. Decent amount of counter space. We've got a bit of storage down below the sink then as well. And underneath the hob we've got a really big dual voltage refrigerator. So it's a really big fridge actually. So you can definitely stock up for extended periods of time away on board. We've got this shelf as well up here for storing all your odds and ends, and like I said, this little opening window for a bit of extra ventilation, and you've got great visibility if you're standing preparing food at the helm, or at the galley, sorry. You can see out, keep an eye on what's going on in the marina. Over on the starboard side then, we've got a huge big press which you can use for storing any sort of thing. It's a hanging locker as well. There's a little rail in there so you can hang up life jackets and stuff like that. Another little bit of counter space over here, and above that we've got a TV, a 12-volt TV, so you can sit in the saloon and watch TV in the evenings or whatever. We've got these overhead lights dotted throughout the saloon, and just as you come into the cabin as well, we've got our switch panel for controlling all the onboard systems, the 12-volt stuff, the shore power systems as well. Access them behind here for your shore power controls. We've got our stereo mounted down here in the cabin. We've got bilge pump controls. This boat's fitted with Eberspeicher diesel warm air heating as well. It's got 2 or 3 outlets dotted throughout the boat, so you can control that from here. So that's a great thing to have. Really extends the season if you're using the boat in the early spring or the late autumn. The fact you've got that diesel heating on board is great, and you've got your battery isolator switches there as well. And another thing is a secondary VHF handset, so if you need to use the radio from below decks, you can do that as well. So everything is in really good condition throughout this boat, and like I said, it's been sold with a full 3 months warranty. So every little switch, every fixture, every fitting, it all works, and we're standing over the boat with a full 3 month warranty. Whether you're sitting in this saloon, having breakfast or having dinner or reading the paper or having a cup of tea or whatever, it is a really comfortable place to spend time in. I mean, we're here, it's the end of April. It was a pretty nice day today, but it wasn't hugely warm or anything. But because you've so much glass in this boat, and so much wood and natural materials, it really warms up well, and it's lovely. It's lovely temperature in here. It's nice and bright and airy, and really nice place to spend time. The seats are the cushions are really well upholstered. They're very comfortable. The seat backs come up to a nice height as well. And like I said, with this big table, you can easily, 4 adults could sit around this table and have a meal in complete comfort. Whenever you're not using the table, it's got a couple of little clips here. Just fold this one leaf down, push it in out of the way, and then it opens up this thoroughfare so you can get access into the forward cabin and things. I want to quickly show you how you change this bed, or this bench, into a bed. So you can do this on both sides of the boat, but it easily slides out like this. The cushion pulls off, and there's a little panel that folds down flat there. You can see we've got this additional cushion in there, and pop that in there, and that makes up either a huge single bed or a fairly compact double. But if you can easily sleep a couple of kids in that bed, and you can do the exact same thing on the starboard side as well. So you can basically make this, this would, although it's a great boat for a couple going away and spending, going away for cruises for couple of weeks at a time, if you're having the family on board, or you've got grandkids or kids who want to come and stay as well, then you know, set up these beds and you can sleep up to 8 people in the boat in relative comfort too. So I think it's a great thing to have. There's loads of storage all the way around the boat, so these are huge big lockers. They're all connected together, but really deep lockers on both the port and starboard side, behind these benches as well. So with the door closed off, the forward cabin is completely private. It's on the door's sliding, so it uses up less space, and it's a traditional V-berth up in here, so you can remove the filler cushion and use it for extra seating or whatever. It just helps you get access in there. But at night time you put in that filler cushion, and that makes up a double bed at the front here. So there's pretty good space in here as well. You've got sitting headroom, so you can sit up in the bed. Again, there's loads more storage, a couple of cushions and things in here, matching cushions. Again, those cupboards are on both sides here. We've got reading lights at the foot of the bed or head of the bed, whichever way you want to look at it. And this is where we've got our opening deck hatch, which doubles up as an escape hatch as well. So it's a good sized double bed in here, self-contained and private from the rest of the boat. And again, condition of everything up in here is perfect. The boat is bone dry throughout. All the upholstery and everything's in perfect shape. Like I said, it's a 2008 boat, so it's pretty young in the scheme of things, and it's been well looked after throughout the course of its life. So there is full standing headroom just at the entrance to the aft cabin, so you can stand and get changed and things. We've got there's a heating outlet there, a vent for giving warm air into the aft cabin. We've got a little opening port light there for a little bit of natural light and ventilation. And then we've got a big double bed which extends across the beam of the boat. So again, 2 overhead reading lights there, which we can control from the switch just at the entrance, and good big double-sized bed. So again, nicely upholstered mattresses. We've got a storage shelf here at the head of the bed, and got some service access in here as well, so you can access the back of the engine room from here, and you can also access the steering gear, the rudder and the transom from there as well. So you got an emergency steering setup and things in there if needs be. So it's service access in the boat generally is really good actually, but this is a great cabin. Again, self-contained and well appointed, and everything in here is in really nice condition. So the heads compartment is on the starboard side as you come down into the cabin, and again it's well appointed. We've got a proper marine toilet, sea toilet there with an electric flush on it. We've got a sink with hot and cold running water. The tap head pulls out and doubles up as a shower head as well. We've got a little bit of storage in the shelves and little glass and things there behind the sink, and then underneath we've got more storage space there. Little vanity unit and things. We've got an opening, sliding open window and port light, so again you got natural light and ventilation in there. But it's a great heads compartment. It's good size, and you could easily shower and things in there. The whole unit is obviously lined and drains in the floor there, so you can drain the shower water overboard. The access into the engine room is underneath the middle step as you come down into the cabin here. And it's good access for routine, your daily checks, fluid levels and things. So there's a little light in there too, so you can sort of see what you're looking at. But the engine is a Yanmar 54 horsepower diesel shaft drive. It's sailboat engine basically. It's very economical, very reliable. It's quiet running. There's lots of, you can see the thickness of the soundproofing material we have here, and also we've got the reflective panels for heat proofing too. So it's not particularly intrusive whenever you're running the boat for longer periods of time. And you see we've got lots of all your equipment, automatic fire extinguishers in there. We've got our calorifier and things. There's fuel pre-filters. So the engineering installation is really good, and the condition of the engine and all the bits and pieces of equipment is excellent. As I said, you know, given that this boat's been professionally prepared by us, that's included servicing the engine, so we've changed the oils and the filters and things, and we are standing over this with a full 3-month warranty. So there you go, that's our Sasanka Courier 970. This is one of those boats that it definitely divides opinion. I know that from experience of people coming through the yard. Some people love it, some people hate it, but like I said, I think I often prefer something like that than, you know, one of these bland, middle of the road, anonymous type of boats that you see, you know, they're 10 a penny around the marinas. You're definitely going to stand out a little bit in this Sasanka Courier. It looks different, but I think it's a really rich looking boat. I love the burgundy gel coat exterior. I think the quality of the woodwork and everything, and the layout, the internal layout is fabulous. It's a really spacious boat. It would make an ideal sort of floating caravan, or like, you know, a little holiday cottage that you can come to for the weekend. And because it's so well specified with you know, additional equipment like the diesel heating, the air heating system on board, like the TV, like the anchor windlass and the bow thruster, and the, you know, the gas cooker and the big fridge and everything. It's got all the bits and pieces of equipment that you could want on a boat of this type and size. And you know, with the optional, you know, configuration of up to 8 berths on board as well, it means that, you know, even if you've got, you know, friends down for the weekend, or grandkids or families, kids and things, you can accommodate everybody with ease. Likewise, the exterior space, and you know, you've got a beautiful sociable cockpit at the back of the boat, and you've got a huge big foredeck at the front, so in good weather you've got, you know, the full run of the boat, 33 feet, loads of deck space. And you can accommodate you know, a good number of people as well for you know, weekend getaways and things. So the boat's in fabulous condition. It's run about 676 hours or what's on the clock at the minute, so it's been well used and it's been well loved as well. It's been out of the water now for the last 2 seasons. It's been indoors, stored indoors for at least the last 8 months, 9 months I think, and we've gone through it and professionally prepared the boat for sale. It's been fully detailed. Any little jobs that have needed done, they've been done. Everything's been taken care of. We're giving it a full 3 months warranty, so you can buy it with complete confidence. You know that all the switches are working, all the equipment's working. The boat is in really good condition. It's been anti-fouled, it's been fully serviced. We can help you out with transport arrangements and things like that. And you know, if you buy it from us, you're going to get the full Rolls-Royce service. We're going to go and deliver it with you. You know, show you how it all works. Spend however long you need to be satisfied of the you know, how to operate all the equipment on board. And again, you've got that after sales package, that 3-month warranty, where if anything does go wrong, just give us a call and we can sort it out for you. You know, within reason. You know, there's geographic limits and things apply to that service, but you can basically buy it with complete confidence. This is a great boat, and I think it's going to make a great buy for somebody. If you're interested and you'd like to come and have a look at the boat, or you know, talk to me about it further, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Just drop me an email or give me a call, or you can fill out the callback request form on the page here and I'll call you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for watching.